Ain't nothing crazier than shit not doing its job. No cap. I hate it here. Well, let me relax on with the road that I'm going down before I sound like some conservative talking about minorities. But hey, bro, you know how it is out here in these streets. It's real divisive right now. It was already divisive. Shout out to Trump, but it's getting real divisive these days. With that being said, episode 43 of the Braincast, Smart Asses with Smart Mouths. I am your left side of the brain, Mr. Cedric the Creator, as well as...
Want to be your favorite beverage is not already the one and only juice, aka the right side.
How y'all doing? How's everyone feeling? Hopefully you're doing well. How you feeling, Toya?
I'm good.
I can hear the blush. That's crazy.
Ah,
I can hear it. That's nuts. That's cute.
Cool, bro. I'm cool. You know.
Not that you know without the ha ha, because it sounded like it was implied. I don't like it. That's weird. But yes, y'all, clearance sale. Everything must go. If you've been paying attention, to the streets the past week and a half, well, everybody leaving left and right. Whether it's a person, inanimate object, an entertainment device, whatever the case is, everything is leaving. I don't know why, but we gonna talk about it. That's what we do. Because what?
Bro, it was okay. So let's bro, you sent me the notes, right? You sent me the note. And me not knowing that KOC was getting clapped, right? I was like, damn, not them too. Because I had literally just seen the shit about Apex.
Yes. So for folks who are out of the loop, if you haven't been paying attention,
I just heard this shit about Rumbleverse from Berlin. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, I think the timing is just bad. I can kind of see why with every single every perspective except for Apex Mobile.
Facts.
Now for Rumbleverse, for folks who don't know too much about the behind the scenes, I'm not gonna act like I know every inner workings, but I know a little bit. It was published by Epic. So to me, I'm not too sure how big the developer studio for Rumbleverse is. Let me double check the name because I knew the name but I forgot it. Iron Galaxy. I'm not 100% familiar with their work for what they've done, if they've done anything else. They did Killer Instinct. They did Killer Instinct and Dive Kick. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So, a pretty sizable company that I'm guessing. It's not no random indie studio. These are the people who made Killer Instinct, the 2013 Killer Instinct, as well as Dive Kick same year. Damn, they dropped 2 fighters same year? That's one hell of a developer. Shit.
Like, bro.
Well, I don't know that much about Dive Kick, but if I'm going based off of the damn logo that I'm seeing right now, it look real similar to Killer Instinct and Onimusha type shit. So it's like, is it the same game? Is it a different title? I don't know. I can't tell you. But what else did they do? Now I'm looking down the list. We got Killer Instinct, we got Dive Kick, they did the Spyro trilogy as well as the Crash trilogy. Or at least worked on it. Okay, they got their hands in some stuff. You don't know Jack from Jackbox is in here. Wow. They had some work on Overwatch. Okay, they got their hands in little things here and there. Okay. I'm assuming that they've just been partnering with other companies when they worked on some of this stuff. I'm thinking this is their first solo development. I can be completely wrong here. Okay, so anybody listening that's like, whoa, what is he talking about? You're right, 100%. Okay, this is me looking at it from a surface level here. Okay, so I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, whether it's in the live chat or in the comments down below. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is just me theorizing here. And I can't 100% tell you what the relationship between a developer and a publisher is, but the way I've always looked at it as is it's kind of like, if we take the music industry for instance, right? The gaming developer is the artist, and the publisher is the one who cutting the deals.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's the studios. It's like, for example, like, developer would be 50 and the publisher is like Shady Records type beat. That's what I've looked at. So if I'm basing it off of that comparison, I'm assuming that the publisher is kind of there to back up the developer, maybe, you know, for give them some green if they need to make moves for the game and whatnot, and whatever the case is. What makes the Rumbleverse shutdown kind of crazy is, for folks who haven't paid attention to it, which is almost everybody,
Which is crazy.
This game only lived 7 months.
7 months, bro.
Only 7 months.
I heard about it, or we as a collective, I should say, if you watch the Game Awards, heard about it at the Game Awards. Like, so it feels like it's been out for way longer, but it's really only, like I said, it's been out for like 7 months.
It's been out for 7 months. I looked it up. Yeah, it's only been here for 7 months.
And from what I've like seen, because I've seen hella people playing it, but also that doesn't mean anything.
No.
So it's like, because what I deem is like hella people, you know, it's just hella people that I'm around. So if that's just like
streaming it,
that's been playing, then like this game really ain't got no attention, and that's crazy because this game is fun as hell.
It can be, but I can see where the loop gets tiresome quickly. Because for the bit, I mean, for folks who were there during my Twitch days, I streamed it when this joint launched. I streamed it maybe 3 times, I want to say. I played it a good 4 or 5 times. And what I tend to realize is battle royales, third partying is something you can't control. That's going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is it's become such a core component of battle royales to where I don't think Iron Galaxy maybe considered that possibility, because a lot of the combat loop, you know, the moves, doing this, that, and the other thing, it's based on ones. You running ones.
Right.
And for folks who have seen the gameplay for Rumbleverse or played it, no one runs ones on there. 2 people start fighting, another person gonna run up on the block and jump from the top of the building and drop an elbow on both of y'all. And then the moment as somebody gets a special, everyone disperse like ants. So now, when everyone disperses like ants, now it becomes manhunt, because now 1/4 of the lobby got supers and they just chasing around trying to hit somebody with it. So I mean, part of it may be chaos. Maybe they wanted chaos, which I ain't mad at it, because honestly, chaos can be fun. Chaos can 100% be fun.
At times, you know, that basically playing manhunt, like you said, it was fun, because it would be me in that bitch ready to drop an elbow on a nigga. So
but for me, and this is just personally, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm an analyst and I'm speaking for everybody in the fucking gaming industry and stuff like that. For me, what ended up happening was, not only does it feel like, and I'm sure people who play the heavier can talk better than me on this subject, it felt like there was a handful of moves for real that mattered, and on top of that, like I said, it's run hit, Now you got super chase someone to hit them with it type of shit. I don't know. It felt weird. It felt out of place for me personally. But then again, I don't think it was really my cup of tea the moment I hopped in. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But then again, in all honesty, I don't know what I expected. I'm not saying a lie. I don't know what I expected. It seemed fun. And once again, I don't know. It just didn't feel like what it was supposed to feel like. Am I bugging? How'd you feel, twin?
I feel like it definitely, like you said, it didn't feel like it was supposed to feel like. I've definitely, and I don't know if it's because I've been spoiled by the predecessors of the Battle Royale to have me like, I'm gonna be used to a third party. I'm gonna be prepared for a third party, but that's a different kind of third party.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That third party in Rumbleverse was different. Niggas that come like the stun from a lot of the moves in that game is wild.
It's insane.
You can literally get hit by one party with one attack, and you out of the fight for the next 30 seconds.
For the next no, that 30 seconds is what would piss me the fuck off. Because that's such a long time when you have a ring that's constantly moving.
And on top of that, when you're stunned too, if you got you a little greedy player, because there's greedy players in every battle royale, regardless. Yeah. So if you got a greedy player who's on that third party, it hits you, stuns you. So now, while you're coming out of your stun, not a grapple locking you.
And I'm just like, what?
Because this is a weird thing. I figured it out early. I don't know if it's really part of the tech. Once again, I wasn't part of the community. I played it here and there, and then I went about my business. There was like this little weird tech that I guess it worked for me a little bit, but I can see how I can get annoying. Where you can pretty much just cycle like a heavy hit, then a grapple, then a heavy hit if you're tracking a person decent enough. To where it seemed like you really can't do nothing but either run away or accept your KO. So,
and depending on the type of person you are, you gonna be running for a minute.
I'm saying, the running animation definitely felt smooth. I fucked with the running.
That shit was hilarious too.
I can run around with a mailbox in my hand too.
Running, the fact that we were all able to climb no matter what,
Oh yeah, everybody had Revenant passive, bro. Everyone had a Rev passive, bro.
Everybody definitely had a Rev passive. We was in this bitch climbing up every building known to man as far as we wanted to go.
Facts. As well as, I don't know, the loot system and power up system feel slightly convoluted to me. I never understood it. Maybe if I played it more, I maybe would have understood it, but it felt like it was a little too much.
Yeah.
I might be bugging. Like the whole, the protein powders for, what is it? The green one was to extend how much health you have. The food is what gave you health. You can drink the green powder for, no, was it for health or was it for stamina? I think it was for stamina.
Yeah.
Then the red protein powder was to boost your attack, and then no, the yellow one was for stamina because there was a yellow one, right?
Was there a yellow?
I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe because I haven't played it in a while. I might be bugging.
Crazy. That was a yellow.
I might be bugging. I don't know.
One thing I will say though, there was no shortage of health. It was food everywhere.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, one thing about it, they were making it easy for you to
find health, but it's easy to overlook too.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not until you're in a fight and you get your ass beat. Oh damn! I ain't pick up no chicken. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, I really gotta run now. Like, and then you forget that it's tied onto your control pad, and maybe you did have chicken, you just forgot to press left, you ended up pressing down by mistake, and nothing on down, and now you knocked out and back in the lobby. Like, it's, oh no. Oh, shout out to Ultra Scorpion in our chat. Red was for the attack power, green was for HP, so I was right, and yellow was for stamina.
Okay.
So I was right originally.
Shout out to the homie Ult.
I was right originally. I don't know.
shout out to our mods in general. Shout out to
I
them.
guess what made it interesting was because you never thought it could work. A melee based battle royale,
That's what had
like
everybody shook when
like
it
a
first.
wrestling joint, like a wrestling joint on console. I say on console because we also had what was it called? Arena Legend. What was that shit?
Was it the shit that me and you tried that like
Yeah, on
emulated?
PlayStation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That shit could
forgot
have
what
been
it's
so.
called. That joint is fire on PC. Um, on PC, and it's set up for console
I remember
bots like myself and whatnot. So
having
um
my like it's wheezing for no reason. Don't do that to me.
I feel like part of it was that, but I feel like the main thing was Epic was the publisher, and Epic publishing another battle royale automatically tells me that y'all not gonna get the support that y'all think y'all gonna get. Fortnite is still buzzing right now as arguably the number one battle royale. All their power and effort is going into that.
Definitely.
So I don't see them ever taking like people off the Fortnite team to put on Rumbleverse. I never seen that. Never thought that'd be happening.
Ultra said them Lotus moves hit when you bounce off the guard.
Like I said, it was goofy. I like goofy. I like arcadey. Like, cause these days, for me personally, and I want to hear your take too, Twin. Gaming to me has become so simulation based that I'm just looking for a goofy arcade game to play nowadays. I'm tired of sweating everywhere, having to feel like I'm in the experience all the time. It sounds crazy because when you think of video games, that's what you would expect. But like I said, everyone is trying to make realistic simulation-esque ass games way too much right now. And I'm like, the imaginative, creative side, the arcadey side of gaming that made this industry a goddamn $1 trillion industry. I don't feel it like that no more. And the only time we get it is when we have indies.
I was just about to say that.
Like Knockout City. You know what I'm saying? Which we might as well, let's get to Knockout City now.
Man, let's first of all, I want to give shout outs to Knockout City. I have never seen a dev so interactive with their fan base.
Facts.
I'm talking about Knockout City would come into your chat on Twitch and be like, "Hey, y'all want a code for some free shit?"
No, facts.
Like, what? And I mean, like, this wasn't like a one of the, they were doing it all the time. Like, shout out to the homie. I done been in his chat while he was playing. Man. And then it came in there and been like, hey. And then when we were playing during the Christmas event, they were like, hey, we're passing out free Christmas goodies. Y'all ready for the code? And we were like, oh my God. It's like, I've never met a dev that's so interactive with their community and who like listens so much. Cause I can't think of like a single like hard bug that KOC has had that didn't get fixed immediately if it ever became a problem to begin with.
The only thing that happened was they didn't have the support. That's the thing. The studio wasn't big enough to support and turn this game into a mainstream game, because which is something I just learned was, I think it was last night, or if not last afternoon, was EA is making moves behind the scenes, which is kind of weird. Because remember, it was last year when Knockout City went free to play, because it was last year that EA sold Knockout City. EA sold Knockout City. Now they shut down Apex Mobile, which we'll get to.
Right.
Respawn and EA are going back and forth right now because apparently last quarter they say that Apex didn't necessarily deliver financially and whatnot.
Nigga,
which is probably why we had all these damn events back to back to back, to the point where you try to sell us a damn PK skin for $160.
No, I've never seen this many events back to back since this game the fuck came out. What the fuck is
But
an event? What the fuck is that?
so once again, like I said, we're gonna get into all the Apex stuff in a minute, because there's bad news and then there's good news. But I feel like if EA sold it to a good company that could have supported Knockout City, the game would have went longer.
Definitely.
But at the same time, I don't think people gave this game the justice that it needed. And the thing about it is, and I hate it, and I'm not gonna say and act like I haven't done it too, because it happens. The gaming community does this thing where they'll see a game, they say it's good or it's amazing, it's gonna take over. You'll play it on launch and then you don't touch it again, and just think games are just gonna survive. Games need to be played and purchases need to be made when it comes to like free to play games to a certain extent, for these games to thrive. You know what I mean? I'm not ever gonna tell nobody to go on a free to play game and spend $500. I'm not gonna say that.
It's free to play for a reason.
But for example, I don't remember the exact number of players that came out when Knockout City dropped, but we'll do a hypothetical, right? Say 12 million players hopped on Knockout City day of launch, right? Say 15 million came when it went free to play, right?
Okay.
Now, no game keeps their launch numbers, so we'll say it dropped from 15 to like, I don't know, 9 million. Now, if even 60% of that 9 million just spent like $5-10 in the store, you know how long that probably would have supported the game? Because take 9 million. I'm going to do the math right here, right now. You take 9 million players, right? We'll even say 8 million. Let's take 8 million players, right? Each spend $5 on the game. That is $40 million. You telling me that's not supporting the game long term? You gonna tell me that's not gonna support any game long term?
Any game long term, my thing is that it's
or for a game like Knockout City size long term. This is not a huge studio. This isn't Ubisoft that's making this. It's not Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? This was Velen Studios. I don't know too much about them, but from the way that they were talking about their studio during the future Knockout City video that they did, which if you haven't seen it already, they pretty much kind of discuss why the game is being shut down and stuff like that, as well as information on the final season. But pretty much what they said was that they didn't have the big enough team or enough resources to make the moves they needed to make to fix what they needed to fix to make this game sustainable on a bigger scale. So if that was a lot of words that just came out my mouth that you didn't get, I'm gonna simplify it even more. We ain't got enough people to make this Apex big, so we can't stay here. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. They didn't have the support that they needed to really keep this game going, so they just had to make the choice of shutting down. Now, like I said, they probably were doing great when they had EA backing them, because EA is a monster in the game right now. Of course they have support from there. But then EA sells them. They have to go free to play, because if I remember correctly, they went 100% independent after EA sold them when they went free to play. Yeah.
They definitely did.
So if
they didn't have no big body, big back. Like, it was
so
just
they go free to play. And for folks who don't know how live service games work, the game is live. This isn't a game that just drops release date and then you watch and see how people play it, and then, oh, there's a problem here, all right, fix it, and then let it go. Oh, there's a problem here. They discover 8 months later, fix it, let it go. This is a life service game. This game is continuously worked on around the clock. For a small team, I can understand how that can be strenuous.
Very. And we don't even know like the depth of how small this team actually was, bro.
Like,
because this could have been 40 people.
Facts. And it's a good game. And the thing was, you can go to all kinds of communities in the Twitch sphere, on the YouTube sphere, or whatever, and you'll mention Knockout City, and a good amount of people be like, "Oh yeah, that game's fun."
Right.
Yeah, but y'all don't play it though.
Right.
But now that we're saying that it's shutting down, I promise you, season 9 of Knockout City is about to skyrocket.
Niggas are up in arms about this game shutting down, and I'm like, where were all you niggas while the game was here?
Like, it's a good game. For folks who know my track record, when I was streaming, I consistently played that game. I'm not gonna sit here and say I played it every day, but I consistently played the game. I didn't go a couple months without y'all seeing me playing the game. I played that game. I put people onto that game. I can only do so damn much. Can only do so damn much. But games like this that people want to stay alive, y'all gotta support it, bro. And I feel like people don't support the games that they say that need to be supported, because everyone is stuck playing their juggernauts. Now, I'm not gonna tell you to play what to play. Play what you want. That ain't none of my business. Just don't be out here trying to push everyone else to play a game that you ain't playing. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But what do I know? I'm just a tall black boy on the internet.
Listen, I'm just trying not to set off their fire alarm on stream.
Yeah, sure. What do I know? And then on top of that, Apex Mobile.
Apex Mobile. That's the one that threw me. I can't say that's the only one that threw me, because Knockout broke my heart more so. Apex Mobile had me looking crazy in the face. I was like, this is not true. Ain't no fucking way. But then I saw it straight from Apex Mobile.
Yup.
I said, wow. What?
Nah, we're gonna talk about Apex as a whole. There's a lot of moves being made for Apex for folks who aren't necessarily in the loop. Like we just said, Apex Mobile got shut down. If I remember correctly, if it's not already shut down, it shuts down like next month or something.
I don't
remember. May 1st.
May 1st.
May 1st.
So it is going to be Rumbleverse at the end of the month.
Yep.
Or Rumbleverse at the end of the month, then Apex, then Knockout.
Knockout June 6th. Which, before we wrap up the Knockout City part, for folks who are on PC, Knockout City won't completely be gone. What I mean by that is this. The studio has set up a private server version of the game that'll always live on. So if you got a group of friends that want to play Knockout City together, there's a private server you'll be able to like download, I believe, from what I read. Be able to download it. Everybody will be able to have their private lobbies just playing Knockout City. And in that version, all the cosmetics in the game will be unlocked. You'll be able to customize your character however you want to. It's a private server version. So as long as you have enough friends and you're on PC, even after June 6th, you'll be able to play the game however you want, as long as you got enough people to play with.
I love that.
So it won't completely be gone. Yeah, I'll be able to still have fun, at least on PC.
Now these other two niggas, they're gone.
And yeah, console versions is gone. Rumbleverse is gone. That's not gonna be a thing for Rumbleverse. The same thing with Apex Mobile, which I'll explain with Apex Mobile. But like we said, Apex Mobile is shutting down, which was a shocker to me, because the thing about Apex Mobile, for folks who even slightly paid attention to the moves that Respawn and EA were making with Apex Mobile. There were so many features in Apex Mobile that weren't even in the console game. We're talking about mobile bots by default in the firing range. We're talking TDM modes in the game. He talking. They had their own exclusive legend that was on there.
Yeah, a couple of them.
I don't know if they're coming to the main game, but there was a lot going on with Apex Mobile.
Mobile was getting faster updates. Mobile was getting faster. They were getting maps quicker than we were.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas were getting low key better characters than we were.
Which I'm not shocked, because once again, I've talked about this on the podcast before. But for gamers who don't know, mobile gaming makes a lot of money.
Right.
If you have a decent game on the mobile market, you can pull millions easy. Y'all, come on now. Y'all don't know this already. Why do you think Candy Crush still around? Candy Crush is going crazy. I don't know if it's $1 billion IP yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. People be spending money like crazy on games like that. So the mobile market is definitely viable for these companies. And if we know EA like we know EA like the green.
Oh yeah.
Here's another example of EA not loving their green. A lot of people were asking, oh, what about all the money that was spent on the game or whatever the case is? What about the Apex coins that I have in the mobile game? What's going to happen then? And many questions in that realm. And them motherfuckers said, you got till May 1st.
Ain't no fucking way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised in the fucking slightest, bruh.
It said you got till May 1st to spend what you spending, and the servers are shut down. Well, how about you got till May 1st?
They said, well, how about, nigga, did you hear what I said?
Because here's the crazy part about it. Take Rumbleverse for example. That game only existed for 7 months, but they have a thing in play to where for folks who spent money on the game, you can talk to their customer support and they're gonna arrange refunds.
Nigga, you can try to talk to EA customer support if you fucking want to and think you gonna get a call back.
Everybody doing all that. They say you got till May 1st to spend what you got if you want to spend it. And then the servers are shut down.
You can talk to EA support if you want to, my nigga.
Now, what does that mean for Apex? Because the funny part is, Apex Mobile is not the only thing that got shut down in the Apex realm. For Apex, for folks who don't know, there were rumors spreading around that kind of got proven correct recently. Of they were working on an Apex solo player campaign game in the background. For folks who were paying attention on social media, if you follow any of the voice actors and stuff like that online, there was a string of many of the voice actors who are at Warner Brothers Studios damn near around the same week. Which a lot of people were like, oh, they're there to record for the campaign game. That got shut down. That's not happening no more. That also got shut down. Right next to Apex Mobile. So, and also I think if I remember correctly, I may be wrong. Shout out to J Miles, another news reporter for Apex. I saw it on his video and he was talking about it. I think it was mentioned that sales on Apex Mobile dipped like for 1 quarter, and then they just said, nah, I don't like how that looked.
We're not risking it.
and EA got the fuck out of there immediately.
That's crazy. The nigga said, ask somebody else to do it. I'm not risking this shit with another. They said, Apex, I'm not risking it with you no more. And that's really crazy because EA, you're the reason this shit ain't good no more.
We don't want to talk about it.
Like,
Either way,
let's fucking talk about it. You're the reason this shit isn't good anymore. Y'all done got lazy with every aspect of the word that you can apply to a game. You have gotten lazy with it, bruh. You're not asking me and my peers to pay $160 for a gun skin from 2 years ago in another color. You're not asking me to do that. You're not asking me to do that. And if you are, you got your cotton picking mind during Black History Month.
Well, shout out to Black History Month, because it might have been Black History Month that fixed the game. Remember when I said there's good news and there's bad news? Let's give you the bad news. This is the good news. If you want to check now, you can. You can go to the Apex Legends YouTube channel. They already have the premiere set up for the new season. Now, you would expect for it to say like Apex Legends Season 16 trailer or anything like that. It doesn't. It says Apex Legends trailer. Now, why is that? You go to their Twitter and see the tweet they put out about that trailer. And in the description of it, them talking about a new era and chapter of Apex. Apparently, this is going to be a whole new chapter in the Apex world. Now, for folks who haven't been keeping up with news, I'm going to display some stuff for y'all. There's a lot of big changes coming in Season 16. Number one, there's going to be a big class rework. If you don't know what that means, the classes that you see for all the legends these days, it's going to be different for some people. Example, Newcastle and Gibby are being moved to the support class.
Okay.
Valkyrie will no longer be a recon legend. She's going to be put in a new class called a skirmisher class. In that class, we're talking Wraith, Octane, Valkyrie, who else? Fuse, I believe, is in that class as well. Pathfinder, and pretty much all your meta movement legends are in the skirmisher class now. There's another new class called the control class. That's of Watson, Caustic, what's her face? Catalyst.
Okay. That makes sense. You moving Valk out of Recon does not, but I'm gonna let y'all have it.
I mean, that's because they're taking away her scan the next season too. Yeah, that's happening. There's a lot. I'm telling you, there's a lot that's changing next season.
Low enough. Y'all don't want people to use her anymore.
I mean, I'm not shocked, because at the end of the day, nobody uses Valk like a recon legend. Nobody does. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Valk's scan while diving was a plus. No one chooses Valk for the sky scan like that. That's just icing on the cake. The main reason is because of her upwards mobility with them jetpacks, and the fact that you can stun people with the rockets, as well as we can redeploy with her ult. We all know why we choose Valk. We all know it. It wasn't for the scan. The scan is great and useful, yes. Not the main reason why we choose her. So her not being a recon legend makes sense, because nobody uses her as a recon legend. Yeah, use her as a mobility and frag legend first, recon legend second.
Y'all are so stinky.
Like, be honest with yourself. That's not shocking to me. As well as, I mean, folks needed to be used more anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. I'm not shocked. And of course, we got our recon class. That's gonna be Bloodhound, Seer, Crypto, I think they put Vantage in that one as well. And am I missing anybody? I don't remember if I am.
Don't sound like it.
I don't think I am. Oh, let me double check. Troll Legends alongside. Oh, but each class has passives now too. Like for example, the what was them joints called? The freaking the recon things. Got what it is. The thing you scan the rank for.
Oh, the fucking I know what you're talking about. The recon towers.
Recon towers, whatever it's called. That ability is being given to the control class. Recon class
being able to do it is just them.
Yeah, but it isn't scanned for people. You literally just see where the next ring is. So, as far as recon class, because from what I know, I'm pretty sure Kings Canyon is coming back next season, and one of the passives for the recon class is everybody in that class is gonna have access to the crypto scan in the crypto room. Remember the crypto room?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be more passives because that's a very nuanced passive, if you ask me. Because we're not always gonna be on Kings Canyon, obviously. So there's probably gonna be more. We'll probably know more. Probably starting tomorrow on, because that trailer that I was talking about that drops tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So.
That's so early.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not shocking. That's how they usually drop it. Usually, as far as trailers and stuff are concerned. But yeah, we'll probably get at least a little glimpse at that during then. The skirmisher bins are coming next season, apparently. Now, for folks who don't know about that, once again, if you ain't been paying attention to the news, there's going to be red bins. They're going to be dropping and spawned all over the place, kind of like how the blue support bins were. And in those, you get like gun attachment upgrades and stuff like that, as well as the skirmisher class is also getting the passive of being able to see what's in care packages.
Speaking of not basically just stealing Loba's shit, gun shit. Where are they putting Rampart?
I think she's a control legend.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure. Probably pretty much everyone who was a classic defense legend now, besides Newcastle and Gibby, are going to be in the control class. Pretty much the only people that got taken out of that class was Newcastle and Gibby, which is understandable for their revive techs and whatnot. What else is it? Oh, also, some of those big features that was part of Apex Mobile are coming to the game next season. We're talking for folks who tried to do the dummy trick in the firing range. If you've tried to do it lately, you can see that they all doing the T-pose because there's dummy update for the firing range coming next season. Pretty much some or all of the features that was in the Apex Mobile firing range are coming to the main game.
Interesting.
As well as, this is probably one of the biggest pieces of news. Allegedly,
oh shit,
TDM is coming to Apex next season.
Huh?
6v6 team deathmatch should be coming to Apex next season.
Now let me tell you something.
As a permanent game mode.
I'll say this because y'all been fucking saying it, and then you give us privates where we can do arenas and shit like that. What is finna get taken away if you put in TDM in there?
I mean, they've been talking about arenas going for a while now. That's already been confirmed. Whether it's next season or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, arenas is out the door. The only thing that we're not sure about is if you'll still be able to do custom arenas afterwards. or if that's going to, we don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. If you still gonna give us custom arenas, but you're taking arenas away, are you taking arenas away because you're giving us TDMs?
TDMs that apparently control. I don't know if control is going to become permanent next season, but they've been talking about control being the arena's replacement. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, big changes next season, as well as the new energy AR is coming. The Nemesis AR is coming next season. Finally, got pushed back like a season or two. And if I remember correctly, too, I heard to kind of support its launch, they're putting the Hemlock into their care package and taking out the Rampage. Rampage gonna be floor loot. The Hemlock's gonna be care package for now. So to support the Nemesis AR, because for folks who don't know about the Nemesis AR, pretty much the gimmick for this weapon is, I think it's a 2 or 3 burst weapon, but the more you hit the bullets, the more it transitions into full auto. That's the whole thing for that AR.
Oh, them niggas said y'all gonna get better aim one way or another. That's hilarious.
So like the more hits of the burst that you hit, I think that's when it starts to transition into full auto. So kind of think of a more accurate devotion, but not as toxic. At least from what I'm hearing, at least how it looks on paper. We're not gonna know until the season launches. So, like, this is probably the biggest overhaul Apex has had since the Olympus drop. So this is gonna be a big season. We're gonna see how this goes. Because also the season launches with the anniversary event too, which apparently that has a whole like party theme. There's gonna be changes to World's Edge that comes with it. We talking about like Macy's Thanksgiving parade, size balloons around the map. Mirage Voyage is coming back. It's a whole spiel. Next season might be him. You know what I'm saying? It might be him. So
you're turning 4, nigga. Get it together.
So with that being said, keep a lookout for that. If I remember correctly, if it's not this Tuesday, it's next Tuesday. I think it's this Tuesday, which should be in 2 days. The Valentine's Day duos takeover is happening. For folks who forgot or need a quick refresher, or you don't know, pretty much this mode is of course a duos takeover. If you use heals and your partner is next to you, they will also be healed, as well as a Valentine's Day variation of the bow check bow, which I think is called the Heart Seeker bow check bow, if I remember correctly. And pretty much, if you shoot someone in the heart and with a bow, you get heals from it too.
That's
so
cute little thing.
So a cute little duos takeover. I think that is gonna last for a week, pretty much all the way up into the new season launch, which will launch with the anniversary event. So this could be, well, on paper, it already looks like one of the biggest seasons Apex has had in probably the past 2 years. And if executed right, it might be one of the best seasons to date. Not gonna hold you. So I pray that happens. Apex could go dummy for this year if this season goes the way that it sounds like it's going to go. And I mean, I'm excited. I've always loved Apex. I always will love Apex, even though I don't play it as religiously as I used to. I still play it to this day. I do. It's like the meme, bruh. Like your man is wilding, but I'm gonna stick beside him.
No, definitely.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
I'm gonna stick beside him, bro. Cause I shouldn't ride for this game as hard as I do, and I try not to sometimes. But it's like this the game that got me into BRs for real. I was not a Fortnite grail, okay? I was not a Fortnite grail. I was looking at y'all weird as fuck, and I still am a little bit. But like, no, this is the game that got me into FPSs. This is a game that got me into BRs. So like, this is the game that got me into just multiplayers. Period. Because the girl's playing by herself. Okay, I ain't had no friends.
I felt that. I felt that.
I ain't had no friends, bitch. Now this shit lore heavy. I'm in this bitch keeping up with the seasons, keeping up with the guns, keeping up with keeping up with the maps. Even though I can wholeheartedly tell you I haven't for real played Apex in like 3 seasons. But I know what the fuck going on. Because I ride for this game that fucking hard. And it's like, that's why it's so disappointing when y'all do shit like this. It's not like, you know, that's the word you gotta use. It's disappointing because you saw this game when it started and you was like, oh, this game finna be that shit. And here we are 4 years later and y'all shit alright.
Oh, that is hell.
On your good days, Apex, you the game I fell in love with for real. And on your bad days, I'll be ready to uninstall, but I don't.
Nah, that's a fact.
Just let you sit there unupdated.
That's hilarious. Oh, one more thing, I almost forgot. Huge nerf coming this year.
Again?
Huge nerf. They're nerfing his passive.
Again?
So I don't know what's going to be happening for the tactical or the ult, but from what I hear, the passive, the heartbeat sensor is getting nerfed. So what kind of nerf? It's to be seen. Like I said, this is going to be a big season. It's going to be a big season, and I feel like for a group of people, this might be the make or break season. So I hope you deliver Respawn. I hope EA ain't messing with y'all again, making y'all do stuff y'all don't want to do.
At this point, you know what you gotta do? You gotta do Seth Rogen like he do Industries. I mean, that nigga lied when they asked him what This Is the End was gonna be. They was like, don't make that a movie about you and your best friends just acting like what y'all would really be acting like if it was the end of the world. Don't do that. No one's gonna watch that. We're not gonna put money into that. He said, you know what? Okay. And he fucking lied and did just that. Lied to them.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's enough for gaming. That was a lot for gaming. We still got a lot to get over too, mind you. It's not even the half of it. Trust me. It's not even the half of it. Oh my gosh. Well, first and foremost, I got some news for my content creators.
Word.
For my streamers out there, clipping just got easier. Clipping just got so much easier. Actually, I'm gonna do this now. I almost forgot to do it before. I'm gonna put this video from Harris Heller in the description that is introducing a huge plugin for my OBS users who stream and stuff like that. He worked with a developer company called Aitum, if I remember correctly, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they developed an OBS plugin called Vertical. If you want to know what I mean by that, Vertical is a plugin that pretty much puts in a vertical canvas automatically in your OBS for you that you can configure. Pretty much a vertical version of scenes that you configure your way to pretty much at the same time of you streaming or recording, you can record the contents of your stream or recording automatically in vertical mode, so it's ready for you to just drop on your TikToks and your Instagrams and stuff like that. As we speak, I am recording this podcast in a vertical mode just in case we get something clippable to put up. Come on now. I ain't gonna just tell y'all about something I'm not using myself. I'm recording it right now. I'm looking at it.
Yes, niggas. So it can be anything.
So for my folks who like to clip their content, drop it on the TikToks and the Instagrams, and I know it can be a pain sometimes or extra steps to set it up in the vertical resolution. The folks over at Aitum working with Harris Hella have just dropped a wonderful plugin that's very easy to install for your OBS, so you don't have to do that part. So the only thing you have left to do is throw your little pizzazz on it with your edits and whatnot if you need to, and send it off for the world to enjoy. So like I said, I just dropped the video link of the announcement in the description. You can click that, check out the video of Harris Heller explaining the whole thing after this podcast. Don't be rude. What's up with you? Why are you going over there right now? Hey!
Where you
Hey! Back.
You
after
the buttons yet?
After, bro.
Did you bang that bell?
Like
you did,
after, bro.
You did a drive by on that. Did you smash that like button? Like that smash button? All that? Rude.
Crazy. That's crazy. After pod. Hit
after,
the link.
Bro.
Check it out.
Black History Month, bro. It's in the descript. The descript ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact, bro.
What's up? You over there? I'ma just have the both windows up. No, you're not.
Yeah, you know damn well what you paying attention to. Anyway, yeah. For folks who know me, know the community, I'm not just gonna go find tools to make me better, but I like to help as much people in the creative space do better for yourselves as well. So that just made our jobs easier. I hope you guys go ahead and utilize that to the best of your ability, and it'll make putting out content even easier. So shout out to Harris Heller, shout out to Aitum. I feel like I'm saying it right, but like if you look at the spelling, I don't know how to pronounce it completely, but you know I'm gonna do my best. I did my best. That's all. Let's take in the music. Let's talk about music, right?
Let's because the Grammys are today.
The Grammys are today. And true, if anything, Kendrick probably gonna be there. Speaking of Kendrick, right?
From what I saw so far, you know, Viola Davis won and got her EGOT. So period, auntie.
Yes, sir.
No, Beyonce now has 30 Grammys.
That's not a shock.
Future and Drake and Thames won Best Melodic Performance.
Of course.
That's
Thames deserves it.
As she does.
Drake and Future is not a shock. At this point, they got everybody in all the voting committees in a strong in a chokehold. But this is of different news. I saw this on Hip Hop DX. As of when was it? As of January 31st, To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick's album from, we're talking like, is it 2017 if I remember correctly? Not 2017. 2015. So we're talking about 8 years running. To Pimp a Butterfly just became the highest rated album of all time. This is according to rateyourmusic.com. This is one of the biggest and most popular fan review sites on the internet. You can even check places like what else? The Metacritic is number 5, top 5 of all time. Oh my, why does this matter? Or according to rateyourmusic.com, they tweeted out that it's been over a decade since they had a new number 1 album of all time. It bypassed Radiohead's OK Computer, and we talking about by like a couple points. Because if I remember correctly, I think Radiohead's OK Computer on that site was like 4.27, something like that. As of right now, To Pimp a Butterfly is sitting at 4.34 out of 5 stars. That's with 58,322 ratings, and 491 views. Or reviews, I should say. Not 4.27, 4.26 for Radiohead's OK Computer. Now, why do I bring this up? Because it feels like every couple months, and we've talked about this, twin. Seems like every couple months, y'all find another way to big up To Pimp a Butterfly, which I'm happy about.
Thanks.
The thing is, I was there when To Pimp a Butterfly dropped, and y'all was killing that shit. Y'all said that joint was too preachy, it's too black, it's giving Hotep, all of these crazy shit.
It's like y'all gave it the fucking y'all gave, I can't even say y'all gave it the Mr. Morale treatment. Y'all gave Mr. Morale the To Pimp a Butterfly treatment.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it's like every time Kenny come out with something and it's not Damn or the fucking Black Panther soundtrack sounding like, y'all wanna, don't nobody wanna hear that shit, nigga. Well, goddamn. Call me nobody then.
Which it brings me to the question of, should we, as a listening public, change the way we consider classic albums? Before we answer this, I'll set this up, because I'm sure everyone here who's somewhat of a dedicated, no, I don't say dedicated, I'll say consistent, somewhat of a consistent listener to hip hop. I would say kind of music in general, but this is a practice that happens in the hip hop community a lot more. Someone to drop an album, right? We can all agree that it's a good album. But then some people love jumping out the window and calling it a classic. This album has lived for a week. It's been out for a week. This is nothing against the work from the artist. We agree. This is great music.
Yeah.
It's been out for 7 days and you yelling classic?
You know, it's just, you gotta treat the album like you treat the artist. You not gonna give, we wasn't calling Drake a legend fucking a year into his career. We weren't doing that. And if you were, you probably one of them niggas. But like, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But like, you gotta let the artist, you gotta let the art develop just like you let the artist develop. You gotta let the shit, like, music and musicians are like wine. I'm just saying. The longer they stay around, the more their shit will hit. Because we was literally talking about this when we were talking about Cole a couple weeks ago when he fucking ate Lil Pump ass the fuck up. It did the same thing. So you gotta let it sit. You gotta let it develop. Now, mind you, To Pimp a Butterfly is amazing, but like, y'all backpedaling on some shit is what really got people that were like said people that were there for the drop looking like, well, duh.
I'm saying. And listen, there's nothing wrong with opinions changing. I ain't got a problem with that. The thing is, when you jump out the window, it's like you literally jumping out the window. You can't climb back in. You done jumped out. You jumped out the window, bro. What if you was on the 6th floor? You think you're gonna climb right back in the window? That's not how this works. You jumped out the window, bro. You look stupid. Now, how do I say this? I feel like people's opinion of music can always change. But I feel like the atmosphere is, and correct me if I'm wrong, 10 people can say this album is good. Alright? Oh, it's good, it's a classic, we ain't never heard something like this, blah, blah, blah. One person go, this album, man. Now they getting grilled. Probably bringing their musical taste into question. Why is it that volatile? That's my problem I got with the scene. Because if we're jumping out the window doing all of this, we're grilling people that don't agree. Yeah, jumping out the window calling it it's a classic. Or saying that it's terrible. Someone else says it's good, y'all grilling them for it. I say this shit is garbage, pure garbage. or it's too preachy, it's too this or too that. Just for a couple years later, damn, bro, that album really was hit. Was it? Which now brings me to another question. I feel like some people listen to that album once and then move on. Which, I mean, if that's the way you want to consume your music, do that. But getting into these heated debates like you know the album in detail, I'm not gonna hold you. With all due respect, I can't take your opinion into consideration. You listen to it once. Like for me, when I'm listening to albums and I really want to listen to it, I gotta listen to it at least 3 times minimum. And the way you digest music when you listen to it at least 3 times, it can change your perspective completely. For example, because I knew we was going to talk about this today, I went back and listened to one of the most divisive albums in recent memory in hip hop. I'm not talking about Drake's View from the Six. I went and listened to For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole over again. I listened to it at least 4 times, minimum. 4 or 5 times. And if you ask me, I don't think the album got the credit it was due. The story of that album, literally, I may be jumping out this window, but I think this is the best way to explain this. For Your Eyes Only was J. Cole's a light version of Good Kid, Mad City. Think about it. Kendrick was sharing a lot of the stories of how he grew up in the hood in Compton throughout Good Kid, Mad City. If you sat down and you listened to For Your Eyes Only, if you listen to all the tracks, if you tried to pay attention to the themes that were talked about in each one of those songs, leading up to the track finale, For Your Eyes Only, Cole was sharing literally the story of one of his homies from the Ville Hood who was living that life and how it came to his demise. From being in the streets with that Ville mentality, doing what you do in the streets or whatever the case is, to a point where you meet your love in the club. You don't know how to deal with these feelings, but you realize how much you love this girl, to the point where you're gonna fold clothes for her. Ooh. I never forget it. One of my favorite lines from the album, bro.
Do it it take a lot for me to visualize what this album do or what a song does, and folding clothes, just like, bro, it do it every time.
One of my favorite lines from the album, bro.
Drinking almond milk.
I was about to say it, bro. I was like, that's my favorite. One of my favorite lines from that album. I never saw the day I'd be in here drinking almond milk.
Oh my god!
I'm like, facts.
Almond milk with raisin bran.
I'm like, that's a fucking fact. For folks who have been in a relationship or are currently in a relationship, if you love your partner and you share your life with your partner got you doing things you never thought you'd be doing. Perfect example. I share one personally. I am not a horror movie guy. I never have been. Since I've been with my love, I've probably seen more horror movies over the course of this relationship, almost being a year, than I've had in 27 years of life.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I remember when everybody was losing their minds over the Insidious films. Right? You can ask her yourself. I did not budge one bit to the Insidious films. If anything, I was watching that joint like it was a regular lore video. I was like, that's really happening? What's going on with Buddy right there? Wait, that's because of the thing that, interesting. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was he? Okay. Like, everybody else, like, what the fuck? I remember everyone was like losing their shit over the Insidious movies. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nah, niggas was definitely bug ass scared. That is my twin for real, because I'm watching Insidious like, ooh, you ugly bitch.
The only thing that made me jump in the Insidious movies, it wasn't even a scary part. This was back in June when I went to go see her, and we were watching the Insidious movie. She was in the bathroom. We're in the Airbnb. I'm going to the kitchen to go grab something. Mind you, this is a big TV. I want to say close to 50 inches if it's not already, if it's not past that. So I have to go past in front of the TV to get to the kitchen. So I'm about to pass the TV to go in the kitchen, and I don't remember the character's name, but a white lady close up pops up on the screen. I'm like, oh, this white lady in my face, shit threw me off. I was like, like, what the fuck? Where all of this colonization come from? Like,
oh God, please.
Shit threw me. Only thing that made me jump into Insidious movies was a white woman. Only thing. Besides that, I'm watching them movies like any regular old movie. I was there for the story. I was paying attention. But that's something I probably would have never done if I wasn't with her. So yes, I feel you. Who would have thought I'd be in here drinking almond milk? Facts!
Raisin bran with bananas in his bowl, bro.
So for me, after listening to For Your Eyes Only for like the 4th or 5th time, I start thinking, I'm like, why did this album get so much hate the way that it did? Now I feel like, and I said this too when the album came out, I think what threw people off was the fact that what preceded the album dropping was False Prophets.
Mm-hmm. So niggas thought he was gonna be in that bag.
So we thought he was gonna be in his off-season bag for Your Eyes Only. But I mean, if you see the title for Your Eyes Only, ain't nothing the off-season about the title For Your Eyes Only.
The thing is, like, the thing about Cole is he not gonna give you hard shit like back to back. He not gonna do that.
Because he's multifaceted.
Even KOD was still like a soft version. He didn't get like gritty till 1985.
I mean, then again, we know Cole. Cole's never been the hard hitting rhyme nigga. Right. He could do it. We know it. One of the best to do it.
He
but what
next shit too? What a dirty bastard.
But what popped Cole into the scene was his ballads, his storytelling. For Your Eyes Only is a body of work that encompasses the arc of a whole story. That's, if anything, that's premier Cole. And to this day, I think people consider For Your Eyes Only his weakest album.
That's crazy.
I don't see nothing weak about it. I think he's right up there with Kendrick. I don't think Cole has missed with any album.
And we all entitled to our own opinion. So if you gonna say that's the album that you could have lived without, cool. But don't call it a bad album.
Nah, people was calling that joint a bad album. I understand if you feel some type of way because you feel like False Prophets misdirected you and set you up for a whole different tone for Your Eyes Only. But then again, I don't think False Prophets and what's the name of the other track he dropped? Oh, with that right next to that, those False Prophets and I forgot the name of the name of the joint. I'm trying to see.
Jermaine. Cool. Also, shout out to Mark for getting invited to the Rock Nation brunch.
No, facts. I can't remember it right now, but he was spitting crazy the whole track on that one too. So
album of the year. He did
Everybody
Dies.
Was it album of the year?
He did Everybody Dies, False Prophets, High for Hours.
Everybody Dies is what I was talking about. False
Dies.
Prophets and Everybody Dies dropped before 4 Eyes Only. I feel like album of the year is after that.
Album of the year like 2 years later before.
Yeah. So False Prophets and Everybody Dies. Yeah. I can feel the misdirection. I feel y'all. Y'all think this is gonna be gritty boom bap experience the whole album type shit. But once you get go ahead.
And then going back to what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past the fact that you got misdirected, the album is great. Like, that's an album. It's an experience from beginning to end.
And it's a beautiful story about life, bro. It's a about the life of somebody that he cared about deeply, that he tried to pull out of that was just like being out. He basically was like, being anywhere but here ain't for me.
Right.
And that's like heartbreaking to have somebody that you care about tell you that, to tell them that being anywhere but the worst place that they can be just ain't for them.
So I guess all I'm really saying is we need to stop the knee-jerk reactions to these album drops. Like, if anything, we can say, you know, based on our first listen, I feel X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let something live for a couple months to a year, then let's talk about it. But I feel like I don't think a lot of people are that invested in music be able to do that, because within that next year, someone else is dropped that we're talking about. Right. So if anything, I'd say give an album 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 to live, which you casually listen to it throughout, and then let's talk. Let's see where it stands now. Because I'm like, this is a history of shit that y'all have done. Another example. I don't listen to Playboi Carti, but I remember all y'all reactions to Whole Lot of Red.
Facts.
Y'all killed that album back in 2020. That shit was garbage. That is not how Carti was supposed to step.
And now y'all fiending for a Carti album, and now he playing.
Fiending over it.
Now playing with he's hoeing the fuck out of y'all, because he's lied to y'all on purpose at this point.
Cause wasn't it like
it's gonna drop it's gonna drop at midnight. It's gonna drop at midnight. I promise. It's gonna drop at midnight. And then y'all be sitting there waiting. And then he just don't say shit else after that for the next like 2-3 days. And y'all be Twitter be a fucking mess.
Cause it wasn't that long ago when everybody was doing that whole little Twitter trend where everyone's like post your top 5 albums, to top 5 favorite albums, and tag your next 5 people or whatever. The amount of people that I saw a Whole Lot of Red was in their list. I'm like, listen to music that you want to listen to, but I was like, I was on the TL when y'all was killing this album. I was killing it. But now all of a sudden it's everyone's favorite album. I mean, to each their own. I ain't mad about it. I just feel like y'all should let music breathe before you have such a definitive answer. Because the way people like to talk off first listen, it's like that's your definitive answer. You know what I'm saying? So if you make it sound like your response is definitive, when you come back to tell you how you really feel afterward, you're looking like you switching teams. That's the way I take it, at least. Let me know. Anybody in chat, let me know, Twin, people in the comments, let me know. Am I wild for thinking this way?
Nah, we're definitely in agreement, bro.
True. Do they do that shit to freaking Drake?
Y'all constantly doing it to Drake. It's like y'all don't.
Because at this point, I think that, and I give
y'all just don't do it as long.
Nah, I give Drake this credit.
Don't do it as severely, because honestly, never mind. We was all like, it was, and even then, everybody don't do it. Because even when I'm gonna use the best example he got is honestly never mind, where niggas was like, this album ain't meant for you niggas if you not fucking with it. If you not fucking with it, it's not meant for you. And everybody else was like, or or like this is just like this is blatantly not what he said he was gonna do. And then for you to sit there and finesse like you finessed and put Jimmy Crooks at the end of it just to set it up for it to be a fucking mixtape or that fucking collab album between you and 21, we was like, huh? Like, what are you doing? Like, niggas was pulling. They was like, this the album that's for niggas that take their bitches on vacation and da da da. And I was like, or this the album for niggas who like house music. And nobody expected house music from Drake. Nobody expected that. Nobody expected that. Nobody expected that nigga to say whatever the fuck we going back on me or some whatever the fuck he said for 45 seconds and the song was 2 minutes long. No one expected that.
This is literally the opinion cycle of Drake.
Y'all let that nigga do whatever the fuck he wants. So shut up.
Yeah, exactly. And here's what I mean by that. The cycle that I don't know if people pay attention to this. And I've heard a couple people say this before as far as the opinion cycle on Drake is concerned. Every time this man Drake drops a project, there's this sub conversation that happens on the side where everyone now is like, I guess that last project wasn't that bad. Not every time a new project drops, that last album starts to get better and better and better in retrospect to y'all.
You know, and that's simply because you're comparing it to this new shit that you also don't like.
To where now everyone's saying like that pre-Meek Mill beef Drake was slapping these days. Now that shit off the chain. I'm like, I never thought it was bad. Why y'all talking like?
I can't even say nobody ever thought it was bad. There's plenty of you niggas that thought it was bad, and that's just so crazy because pre-beef era was cool. I was fucking with a more pre-beef era than I am now.
Now the final question is just: are we considering this like musical taste growing over time? Or at the end of the day, is this mob mentality? Is this groupthink?
I feel like simply because there definitely are people like us, hell, we surround ourselves with many of them, that are willing to give an album another listen, a song another listen after a moment in time to see if it's really hitting the way the masses are saying it's hitting. Right. And then it's another group that's gonna be like, they gonna, like you said, it's gonna be a week out the gate, and because it's all you're listening to, you gonna be like, this shit is going to hit harder because it's all you're listening to, or this is just like this is some shit you ain't never heard before. And I want to say, like, prime example, I truly think, okay, I don't know if y'all have listened to Yachty's new album. If you haven't, you should, because it's great. Not a rap album. Don't expect a rap album out of it, because it's not. It's experimental, and it's a good experiment. But, like, niggas, give it, like, 2 weeks, niggas gonna be calling that album a classic.
Oh, wow.
And I truly think, after some point in time, I may be in agreement with that, because it's a seamless-ass album. Yachty did not miss. But this album has not been out long enough, and Yachty has not been in this specific era of that he's in with that sound for us to be like, this Yachty new shit. This the shit that made him a legend. Yachty, 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 yachty. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that.
It's crazy, bro.
So I definitely feel like it's a mix, and depending on the art. I feel like depending on the artist is when you gonna have more in one hand versus more in the other. Cause I feel like now with that Yachty album, it's a even mix. You got people that's like, oh yeah, this shit fire. Like this could be the wave. And then you got niggas that's like, they missed Yachty for real, cause Yachty ain't dropped nothing in for fucking ever. So niggas like, oh, this is SoundCloud Yachty, and this the nigga that wrote this, and this like, it's like you feel like you getting your artist back, so to speak. So you want to put it into that category, and you want to gas it up because it sound like what you deem is the best era of that nigga, and now they bringing it back.
It's hard. Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, congrats to Kendrick.
Facts.
Highest rated album of all time. I mean, his work gonna keep pushing, doing what it do. You know, man. Like I was saying before, number 5 highest rated on Metacritic. And 2017's Damn is number 8 on that list. You got 2 albums in the top 10 of all time on Metacritic. So, I mean, Kendrick gonna keep doing Kendrick regardless. Oh, man. Clearing out spots. Talking about clearing out. Twitch streamers is at it again.
God!
Oh my gosh. The funny part about it is I was talking about this with baby girl, and I'm like, I'm glad that I'm off the purple app, because some way, somehow, the Twitch community finds a way to step up their last sexual harassment situation up every single time. Every single time. I don't know how y'all do it, but y'all find a way. At first, it was about people at the Twitch headquarters fiending and sexualizing their lady streamers at HQ. Then it was some of these lady streamers out here showing their private parts bare to the camera, whether it be their hoo-ha or the balloons on the chest. That's how I'm gonna say. I'm on YouTube. I gotta keep it clean. Whatever that case may be, then it's the situation of Amaranth being pimped out by her ex-husband, unfortunately, which I hope that situation got cleared up and is better now.
Damn.
And then there's this Atrioc situation. I don't know if you heard about it yet, Twin. By the time that I found out about it and I was going to start doing notes, I didn't get to put it on the doc in time. But long story short, this man Atrioc was streaming. I don't know who this man is. I found out about him when this situation caught steam and was all over the place. This man Atrioc, apparently big streamer, over 300k on Twitch, 300k followers on Twitch. He's streaming one night, right? And this man goes to check something on his browser. I don't know what it is. And for 1 second, everyone watching can see what's in his tabs.
Oh no.
Come to find out, this man Atrioc, mind you, Atrioc is in the big circles, the big Pog champ circles. I'm talking about the circles with people like Ludwig. Like, he was good friends with Ludwig. You know, the Pokemans, Cutie Cinderella, that circle. Why is this concerning? There was a concerning tab that people saw in that 1 split second that flashed on their screen. This man Atrioc was watching a video from a deep fake porn site.
Please.
starring people like Pokemon, Cutie Cinderella, Maya's another one in the community. A lot of your cohorts, co-workers on this site, you had a porn video up in your tabs of their deepfake being drilled, bro.
I'm sick.
So of course the following day, you're like that. You hopped on stream to do an apology video. And while I was researching this situation, me and baby girl watched the full apology video, so you guys don't have to. But I know if you like me, you want to see the source for yourself. So I'll put his apology in the description for folks that want to watch it yourself. In this apology, first of all, he has his wife in the background with him, which both me and baby girl agreed. As much as these lady streamers are victims of this situation, like poor Cutie Cinderella. For folks who don't know, Cutie Cinderella is a streamer. I think she does Apex content. I'm not sure. I may be completely wrong. But Cutie Cinderella is Ludwig's girlfriend.
Mm.
And I saw her response video and that shit broke my heart. She hopped on stream for like 7 minutes right after she saw the news. And that girl was broken. Bro, I had nothing to do with anything and I felt bad. I felt responsible for her pain and I had nothing to do with it. And she's like, I hopped on stream to talk about this situation because she wanted the public to know what pain looks like. Strong words. Strong words. Back to this Atrioc apology. In this apology, he pretty much establishes how he got here. So apparently it was the night before the stream in question when he exposed himself.
Oh.
The night before, his wife is out of town. He was just perusing the hub. Yes, that hub. He was perusing the hub. And he did probably the most dangerous thing you can do when you're on an adult entertainment website. Take a guess, twin. What's the most dangerous thing you can do as far as your technology is concerned on the adult entertainment website?
That nigga didn't go incognito, did he?
Nah, that's not it. That's dangerous for your history, but not dangerous for your technology. No guesses? Oh, I got you. This man audaciously clicked on an ad. You clicked on... Yeah, that's what I said.
My God!
This man went and clicked on an adult website ad. I'm not going to expose nobody. I'm not going to ask y'all to answer. But for those who know, you know. If you ever audaciously think because you're curious, you're going to click on a website ad on an adult website, you have about maybe you got a coin flip of a chance of getting all the malware in the world that'll crash and melt your computer. Do you understand me?
Fucking got it, cause it will.
From there on out, that malware hit your computer, it's gonna feel like a mouse maze every time you turn your shit on, just trying to get to the damn internet browser, let alone doing anything else on your damn computer. Anybody who's ever had malware on your computer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I got this old PC right next to me as we speak that done went through 3 malware attacks. Because at the time, I was out there trying to find crack codes for programs I didn't feel like paying full price for. Listen, I'm better now and I'm adult. But at the time, You know what I mean? Anyway, back to the case at hand. He said before the night where he found this site, he was doing a lot of research on like AI and deepfakes. And he was like, and this is his words, you can see it in the apology. Oh, everybody must have been clicking on it, so I had this deepfake ad pop up for me. That's not how this works. Sir, there's a thing called targeted ads that everybody gets, whether it's through your cookies, search history, whatever the case is. These websites collect that data, and based on that data, they send certain ads to you that you may most likely click on and purchase whatever may be sold. Mm-hmm. That's how targeted ads work. You said, oh, everyone must have been clicking it and that's why it popped up. No, my man, you said it yourself. You were doing a lot of research on AI and deepfakes. You're on a porn site. I hope YouTube don't strike me for that. So they sent you an advertisement for a deepfake adult films. That's just what it is. So not only did this man click on an ad on an adult website to find this deep fake adult films, thing is that website was subscription based. He paid to enter. He paid.
Nigga.
He paid.
Oh my god.
He paid. Because then, and if you watch the apology video, he said, oh, it was just one stupid video, whatever. And then his wife comes on to talk about, how he's used to just clicking through paywalls, which to me, I'm like, y'all must have some very deep pockets if y'all casually just click through paywalls. Because when it comes to me having to pay for something, I want to know what I'm paying for. I don't just, I gotta pay to get in here. Oh, don't worry about that. And click. No, whoa. What kind of pockets do y'all have? You treating paywalls like a skippable ad.
Like a skippable ad, got it.
So, like, he was saying in the apology video about how, he was looking at this the night before, he got curious, and the tab just so happened to still be up. And he forgot to exit it. So I'm gonna bring up the same arguments that I was bringing up when I was talking to baby girl about this. This is number one. This is a habit y'all streamers need to break. Why do y'all not double check your fucking tabs before y'all go live? I don't understand it. It's tabs. Look and see what the fuck is open before you press the start streaming button. Why is that so difficult? Why is that difficult? Listen, you weird regardless of this situation, but the thing is, you could have kept that weird hobby to yourself. No one would have known anything if you clicked out your damn tab before you went live. It would have been your own shit. No one would have cared. Because everybody has their own little thing to themselves. Everyone deserves that privacy to participate in whatever you're doing. As long as you're not taking someone's life or hampering someone else from living their life, do you? That's no one's business. When people can start getting at you about it is when you reveal something like that in public. Shout out to Ludwig, because Ludwig obviously dropped the response a couple days after the situation happened, because, the man has a woman in his life who is a victim of this situation. So, like he said in his video, he decided to be a boyfriend first before he came and addressed this situation to the public on the internet. Y'all just weird. Y'all just weird. This got me all messed up. But like Ludwig was saying in his video, and he went and checked it. He checked the Google Trends right around the time the situation happened. And deep fake porn searches skyrocketed.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, your business is your business, but you're responsible for bringing light to something as malicious as this. Which I 300% agree with.
That's so disgusting.
So, yo streamers need to put one more thing in your stream preparation routine before you press go live. Check your damn tabs. What you was doing before stream is none of my concern. But just know if you're bringing the public and that shit is weird, I can call your ass out on it and get you the fuck out of here for it. Because that you chose to do that. And because you showed it to the world, that means you're responsible for those actions as well. That's number one. Here's my second thing. This man said he found this website and watched this one video the night before. But yet, the tab was open on your browser the next day when you went live. It's one of two things. It's either you don't turn off your PC at night, or my brother, you went and watched that site again. Now, I don't know what your money in your pockets is looking like as a 300K plus followed channel on Twitch. But if you have that much of a valuable PC like I think you may have, you ain't leaving that shit on overnight. Unless you was like rendering a video or what have you. Unless it's something very important, you're not leaving your PC on overnight.
And then so I will render that shit in the morning.
So my bet is, not only did you find that site and that video the night before, you revisited that joint the next day. Which, number one, makes you a repeat offender, and number two, shows that you had interest in the video.
You're just a nasty nigga.
Mind you, he found this site the night his wife was out of town. This is his words, not mine. I have the link in the description. Check the apology yourself. His words, not mine. That's why I'm like, as much as Pokemon, Cutie Cinderella, there's a couple other streamers that's in that realm that unfortunately was featured on that site. But I'm like, his wife is just as much as a victim. Cause how do you deal with your husband, who I'm sure you love and support very much, beating his shit to his lady coworkers? A matter of fact, some of his lady friends. It's weird. That's weird. And like I said, I can even bring it into my realm. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my twin, the right side of my brain here. Beautiful woman. Shout out to Elena. It's like my little sister. Beautiful woman herself. You know what I'm saying? Chrissy, beautiful woman. I have beautiful women around me. Here's the difference. I'm in a relationship and I have eyes for my lover only. I'm not going to be sitting here pulling up pics and content of them and beating my shit to it. What the fuck, bro? I can't even look at it that way. The ladies around me are beautiful women. I'm not doing that, though. I'm not doing that.
That's a fact. You niggas are weird.
That's some weird behavior. And I don't even care if you were curious. The moment that video popped up and you seen the deep fake of your homegirl or your coworker, I'm clicking on that bitch with the quickness. Curiosity takes some people down some dark rabbit holes. I'm not gonna argue against that. But the moment you saw something that was morally questioning, you exit. That man stayed and potentially went back a second time. You weird, bro. You weird. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You did it, bro. You did that. You did that, bro. Talk to me, twin. As a lady who was in the content creation space, I want to know your perspective.
I am disgusted. My heart goes out to Cutie Cinderella. Because that's gross. Like, you shouldn't have, like you said, it's like when it come to content creation, they're your coworkers, but after a while you start to develop friendship with these people, so like that's your friend too. And that's just so sickening and weird, especially like more so because you in a relationship, but just weird in general cuz like we're friends. And it's just like what? And then you do that, and we all know at the end of the day, the purple app is for children at the end of the day. Okay? We might be adults providing the content, but our base, majority of the time, especially in the poggers community, is children. Easily, excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for?
Impressionable.
There we go. Ass kids. So if they see somebody and they're like, "Oh, he doing it. I'm trying to see what that shit hitting for." And now you like subjected these women to even more of this uncomfortable, just dirty ass feeling. Because like we said, once again, your business is your business, but keep it as your business. Because you can be, unfortunately, you could be a weirdo behind closed doors. You want to know why? Because I'm not behind them doors with you.
Woo! Nah, that's a bar. That's hard.
You can be a weirdo behind closed doors because I'm not behind them doors with you. That's your business, baby. But at the same time, the minute you decide to not close that door all the way, and you know you got nosy ass neighbors or badass kids,
that's nasty, bro. Yo.
You got nosy ass neighbors and or badass kids running around your house, bro. You done fucked up. Every streamer got a checklist before they go live, and I mean even before that starting soon screen come up. Okay, so if we all know, okay, I gotta do XYZ, blase blase blah yada yada before I go live, I'ma need you to add clear my tabs, push my shit to incognito, something to your regimen before you hit that go live button, bro. Because that is something that I'm sure everybody involved could have lived without. Because now you've made this scene just unnecessarily uncomfortable. And
which was already uncomfortable at that.
It's already uncomfortable because like I was gonna say, I you know what, I take back what I said in the beginning when I'm like, it's always them poggers niggas, because it's not everyone. It's not the entire poggers community, because I fuck with some of them. I fuck with Shroud and Ludwig and all them.
But it's good people in the scene for sure.
It's good people in the scene, but it's like when you try to take, like, we ain't heard nothing from over there in a minute. So when they're over there trying to clean up and you know, re-straighten their image and be like, we're not all weird over here, and then you do some careless ass shit like this and then half-ass apologize for it, and then you want to bring your wife into it like that's supposed to make us feel bad or empathy or any type of shit like that. I'm not doing nothing but being like, she's probably dumb because what?
Oh, wait, she, like I said in an apology, she had her chance. She talked in there too, and was like, "Yeah, I know. Usually not doing things like this. So I believe him when he said he's not gonna do it again." Like,
that ain't enough for me, babe.
Talking about, oh yeah, he definitely got tricked into it. You got tricked into it. They got you. It's like, what the fuck are you talking? What? You know
It's
exactly what that is, twin. You know what that is giving. That's your man. Nah, I'm stick beside him.
Stick beside him. Dr. Phil said, "Look at this. This is what you want. That's my man, and I'm stick beside him. And now y'all both look goofy.
I'm a stick beside him.
You gonna be sticking right to his ass. Now you both look dumb.
We sticking, alright. All kinds of. I'm not gonna dare take it there. Never mind.
All kinds of filth.
Like, and I want to ask this to the ladies in the chat, those in the comments, as well as yourself, twin. How would you feel if that was your deep fake?
I would feel so gross. I would just feel dirty as hell. Because there's certain things I just don't need to know. And I would just feel so dirty and like violated and exposed. I would just feel so nasty.
Man.
And I do not wish that on anyone, any woman, man, whatever. I do not wish that on any of them. So, like I said, you know, my deepest apologies, even though it wasn't me. You know, my heart very much goes out to every woman that was included, in every woman who had a deep fake in that. Pokey, Cutie, all of them. Because that's just as
yeah, it brought out the misogyny again in a lot of niggas. Because after the situation, Pokey put out a tweet, and this is me kind of paraphrasing, but it was really simple. Stop sexualizing people without their consent. That's it. That's the tweet. One of the first responses, oh, this you? And it's a screenshot of her profile pic. So what you're doing right now is sexualizing her profile pic as a response to her tweet that said, stop sexualizing people without their consent. Do you not see how goofy and stupid you look right now? Like, do you... Yo, I don't get the internet sometimes.
right. Oh,
do you know how so stupidly weird that looks? Like, what I need y'all to stop doing, and you know what? If this is a rant, this is a rant. Because I don't get it. Stop acting like what a lady has on gives you the right to sexualize her. Because no, not it. I can't necessarily tell you an equivalent of clothing that could go to a bra, but that's like you walking outside with a tight tank top on, and ladies just straight looking at you like those. You feel weird, especially if from ladies that you do not want attention from. You're gonna feel weird. Many of these ladies, and like I said, lucky enough for me, my number one obviously is my baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tiana. I'm Tiana G. That's my baby right there. Besides her, and well, including her, I know the ladies in my life, as well as many ladies across the board. You have your times where, you know, you're gonna go out and you feeling kind of confident. You feeling like you in your bag. You feeling yourself. So you put something that's a little sexy to you. It ain't not like you got your ass and titties out, but you putting something that's a little provocative for you. It shows your body off a little bit. You feeling confident. You feeling beautiful. You doing your thing. You have those days. And you deserve to be able to have those days as safely as possible. No one should have to feel like, oh, I feel confident and nice today, but what I want to wear, I can't wear because I know how men around here are. So I'm
Oh
gonna go ahead and
boy, let me tell you how that's how I be.
and I hate that for y'all. I do. And
Hey,
niggas call me a simp all day, whatever the case is. I'm a simp for my woman, and what? That'll make me less of a man, because I have this problem with dudes who believe that makes me weaker as a man. Side note, this is why I love having our own podcast, because we can side note whenever we feel like.
yeah.
This morning, my routine that I tend to do now is when I wake up, you know, I luckily have a smart TV in my room. So I'll pop open YouTube and, you know, I'll throw like some lo-fi music on, because I have the rule of, unless it's my baby texting me good morning, I don't check my phone for the first 15 minutes to 30 minutes of me waking up. You know what I mean? You just put some light lo-fi music, because that's soft music. It kind of enlivens the room a little bit. It opens your ears up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No distractions, not even words. That's the reason I don't play music like music in the morning with lyrics and stuff. We don't need none of that for at least the first 30 minutes of the day. My 30 minutes goes by, so now I'm looking at my TL. I saw there was this clip of Charleston White. If y'all don't know who Charleston White is, this is a man that's been out here telling people the hard-nosed truth for a little bit. Think of the male hood version of Jaguar Wright.
Fuck that bitch.
Pretty much, which we'll be talking about her soon, because apparently the reason I haven't talked about the follow-up of that whole situation when she got arrested is because I'm waiting on a new interview to come out, because her husband did a 3-part interview with real life street stars, the people who did the original interview with Jaguar Wright. He got a 3-parter, and now apparently I think it's tomorrow or sometime soon, at least for the public besides their members, I guess Jaguar is out and they're doing, I think so, because they already have the interview up. It's just for like their YouTube members and shit, and I don't know if I feel like paying $4 to go see that yet. They did an interview of both Goomba and Jaguar together talking about that situation. So now we want to have both sides of that situation in the same room talking about it. So that one's probably going to go crazy. So I'm waiting till that joint drops for the public for me to encompass everything for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But back to the point at hand. Clip of Charleston White. I didn't realize until after I clicked it that it was a clip from Fresh and Fit. And those weird ass niggas over there who think though they them niggas apparently. So they were talking about modern women, like quote unquote modern women.
Okay.
And exactly. And it was something along the lines of the original conversation in that video was them having a problem with ladies that they're, you know, engaged with having male friends. And for me, why in the fuck is that a problem? And the main thing about dudes like that, what they're gonna tell you is, oh, we know for sure that those guys want to sleep with you. My problem is, why is that any of your concern? Because here's the thing. If they end up sleeping with your girl, it's your girl's fault. She's the one you engaged with. She chose to sleep with someone else. You get her out of here for that. That's a grown woman. You're dating a grown woman. If she cheated on you, she decided to cheat. This ain't no, they whispered Hamala Himina Hamala in her damn ear and now she's in a trance and taking his dick. This is not what this is, bro. She's a grown ass woman. Cause that's how some of these dudes be acting like. Like apparently you dating a little girl that don't know how to take care of herself. Like them niggas just hypnotized your girl and made them take dick. Like no, she chose that. She chose that. She chose to cheat on you. But if that's the case, if she misplaced your trust and cheated on you, that's damning evidence for you to get rid of her. Now, if it seems to be that much of a coincidence that there's a line of women that you date that end up cheating on you, the problem's with you. Whether it's the sense of you looking for the wrong type of girl, or you've been dating the wrong type of girl for you, whether it's you're not as appealing as you think you are, and you got some shit to fix, or there's something about you that is pushing her away. It's something. It's not the outside forces. If you keep blaming him,
always her. Talking about.
That's the problem. If you keep thinking it's outside forces that keep wrecking your relationships, the world just against you.
Yes.
And then you wonder why people find you to be possessive. Because to me, the craziest thing that I've ever seen in a lot of people's relationships is the moment y'all get together, oh, you got to delete anybody that's the opposite sex out your phone. What? Excuse, what do you mean?
Or better yet, right? Let's say we were friends before we started dating. Let's say we took that route, right?
Right.
Now, it's shit that when we were friends, like as far as like, you know, jokes and way I'm acting and shit like that, we was cool. And now all of a sudden you got a problem with it.
It's weird.
And I'm asking you, you know, like, well, if you don't always felt like this, because these are the same jokes that I was making 2 weeks ago when we weren't dating, and you was in here kicking with me. Why aren't we laughing anymore? Oh, they always hurt. They always make me feel away. Why you ain't say nothing then?
Not facts.
Why didn't you say anything then? Oh, cause you were my girl, so I figured like, you know, my feelings didn't matter that much. What? You're still my friend. Okay, so you said I didn't give a fuck about you when we was friends. Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me because we were friends and I wasn't your girl, I didn't give a fuck about your feelings. That's what you're telling me? Okay. Just make sure. I would want to make sure I'm not bugging.
Nah. They took it even further. They started talking about the whole thing of to really try to double down on the whole women don't need men around them type of thing, is that if you're not my girl, you don't necessarily have value you can bring me as a friend. Because apparently, the only value that women have is between their legs.
I guess.
I'm like, what? What are y'all talking? What level of connection do y'all have with people? Like, what do you mean? Because the thing is, for me, is then if that's the case, I'm sure y'all have many lady friends. So that means you can't jump out the window if she feels some type of way, because according to your rule set, the only thing that women bring to you is, as far as value is concerned, is sexual value. And if you're not my girl, you don't have value. So if that's the case, you're not dating them. Why are they your friends? Huh? Well, why are they around if they don't have no value? According to you, why are they around? Do you only have male friends? As a man, do you only have male friends if that's the case? Because like you said, if they're not your girl and you not smashing, they don't have no value. So you must only have male friends, right?
Got to. That's what I'm getting from it.
Which I hope is true. Because if not, you don't look too hot, bro. Because honestly, no, go ahead, huh?
No, I was just saying real hypocritical, my guy. Real hypocritical.
Because the thing for me is, having friends of either gender, and of course anything in between, we're accepting of and everyone, of course, is the way I look at it, period. Is just every single person on this earth has their own unique perspective and experience, and learning from different people's experiences or seeing how those experiences affect people's personalities and interacting with different personalities is what helps a person become a well-rounded individual.
That's normally how building social skills works. You hear me?
I just thought that was for everybody, but apparently not, because ladies just, nah, they ain't the move.
Fuck.
There's a certain, and if we want to break it down just to the binary, then fine, we can do it that way. Because besides me and a couple of my homies, like in the community here, for the most part, a lot of men have little to no emotional intelligence, awareness, or knowledge, period. To me, I find that to be important because I think that'll help your awareness overall. Because to pretty much counter one of the arguments that Charleston White was making during this clip was the whole argument of, men are hunters and we have to look at situations analytically. Like if it was dark outside and we had to go hunt, if we were emotional, we wouldn't go because we were afraid. We just had to be hunters. You ask a lady a question for certain things, you answer emotionally. You start off with, I feel like. You ask a man that kind of question, they'll say, what I was thinking was, because we think different. Which, to me, what I'm trying to find out is, when wasn't emotional intelligence valuable? I believe a man that has sufficient emotional intelligence and emotional knowledge has even more value than the average man, if you ask me. Because not only does that help build a deeper connection with your lady, of course, or your partner, period. It opens the door for even deeper connections with people. Because now people feel like you understand them better. They feel like you're way more open to them on all levels, type B. You know what I mean?
He's spitting. Y'all take notes.
That's just me. And being willing to learn. Because the problem with dudes like this is, I just know everything. You can't learn nothing. What you gonna learn? Especially from a woman? Ugh. A woman, what y'all know? I guess you could teach me how to make some cheesecake.
I can, nigga. Better than your nasty ass mama.
Some goddamn rigatoni, you could teach me that.
You don't even know what the fuck a rigatoni is. Your silly ass. I can teach you how to wash your ass. That's what I can teach you. Teach you how to clean that nasty ass skin on your face. That's what I can teach you, nigga.
Thoughts on?
Teach you how to. Never mind. This is a family channel.
That's crazy. That's crazy. If you was about to say what I think you was about to say, it's crazy. That's
your
nuts.
girl better friends with me than she is with you, nigga.
Anyway. That's crazy. I knew it. I knew he was gonna do that shit. I knew it.
Don't play with me.
I knew it, bro. That is nuts, dog. I mean,
I had your girlfriend looking at you crazy.
That's wow. Then question you, twin. Because I know right now, I know personally, men ain't looking too hot to you, but how what?
Y'all don't understand why that's so funny because of the conversation we were having before pod started.
I mean, yeah, but the only reason I even mentioned it is because there's a lot of ladies that I know. I've had the conversation with them that men just not the move for them, even though whether they're heterosexual or not, or they're on this on the spectrum.
I think that's funny because I was talking about that last night. Niggas just you know, the men in my life, I adore y'all. You feel me? Y'all aren't them. Y'all are him individually. The men in my life. You feel me? But these niggas? No, I could do without.
Yeah.
I could do without, bro.
Hey, listen, the women in my life would tell me with no problem. I was having this conversation with baby girl last night when we were talking about this Atrioc situation. She was like, "Baby, I love you, and I love you very, very much. But men are weird." I was like, "Yeah, you right. Listen, I'm a man myself, and I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, some of them out there, they terrible. They make us look wild.
All the men in my life, but y'all are so weird.
They are. I
can't. Like, it make me like I'm not a. It's a difference between like being like, ooh, men scare me versus like men make me uncomfortable, and men make me uncomfortable. And I would rather have fear. But uncomfortable, you just you're affecting my vibe too much for real. And it's like I don't like letting people feel like I don't like having the feeling, like the essence that like I could walk into a room and it's one too many men in there. I'm uncomfortable. Even if these niggas could wish me no ill will, they don't know me, none of that. It's just the fact that it's 20 of y'all in here. 2 of y'all are weird as fuck though. And that 2, 9 times out of 10,
go fuck it up for everybody.
Is the ones that fuck with everybody. So that's just yada 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 being yada yada. He ain't nah. And you maybe have one of them that's like, whoa, nah. That's weird. I don't know. But guess what? Majority of the time, that nigga's probably leaving early to go home to his lovely girlfriend.
No.
So I'm in this bitch defenseless. Not defenseless, because I'll shoot you, but defenseless.
Whoa. Wait a second. Wait. No. Wait. That's how I just felt just now. I was like, oh, not defenseless. I'll shoot you. Wait.
It's like y'all are just, I don't know, bro. Like I have too many men in my life that I value. You feel me? I have too many men in my life that I value because I've always been friends with more men than I have with women. To where it's like, as I've gotten older, having to discover how weird men can be when it comes to their thoughts on women. Because for like, not secretly, but secretly, don't tell nobody I told y'all this. When I was maybe like 21, I was like, men hate women. All of them. They hate us. Because the vast majority of y'all are just like, if you're not fucking or feeding me, what do you have to offer?
Sheesh.
If you're not fucking, feeding, financing me, what do you have to offer? Like, to a woman. That's what the thought. And I was like, wow. I care about you. I fuck with you. Like,
yo.
like real bad. I fuck with you. So I was like, you said that don't matter. Fuck. I don't know then. So it's just like, for a minute, I was just like, men just hate women. Because like the vibe was just giving like, I'm just the most hated motherfucker on earth. And a black woman, oh, I'm Nigga wouldn't spit on me if I was on fire.
That's unfortunate. I love my melanated queens out there. Shout out to y'all. My baby girl, melanated queen, and I can't be more happy.
Her, shout out to my C-star.
You know what I'm saying? I got me a little Saint Lucian. You boy saying Lucian in black. Say! Y'all, I don't think y'all understand what. I don't think y'all get it.
Go crazy. Go crazy.
I don't think y'all get it. What? I got me a full Caribbean family on the way in the future. You feel me? What the fuck is you talking about, eh? I'm almost fully Haitian. I say almost fully Haitian because according to my auntie, I've said this before. According to my auntie, somewhere down the line, there's some Cuban in there somewhere. Yeah, apparently.
No, he's just not telling y'all about
it. Listen, relax. Anyway, I guess during that little weird, I don't want to say weird, but during that unexpected little influx of Cuban folks that came into like Haiti a couple hundred years back.
Yep.
I guess one of them got into my family tree somewhere. Apparently, allegedly, I can't prove it. I can't say nay, but I can't say yay. You know what I mean? So I might have a little un pequito boricua in me. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? And my baby girl would say Lucia type beat. Like, her mom used to talk Creole too. So, she, you know what I'm saying? But she may not be Haitian, but she right up there. You know what I mean? How I say? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Alright. So we here. We'll have some beautiful black babies. I'm here for it. And that's another crazy part that I love about black men. Black men scared of black women, but you want black babies. How that work?
You want black mixed babies too.
Black mixed babies. Because the thing is, niggas want Afro-Latino children for the most part. Just don't want to say it out loud.
Truly.
At this point. Shout out to my Latinx community. Because at this point, y'all the first cousins of the black community at this point. At this point. Because the Latinx community, I think, is the only community that can get away with saying the N-word, and we ain't gonna be too mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But nah, that's weird to me. And that's the worst part for me. When I hear some of these ideals that men have about women and it comes to like black men, I'm disappointed. I'm never gonna tell a black man what to think. Cause if you know black men like you know black men, if it's the black man that I think that you think about, which is from where I'm from, which means it's not from the city. I'm talking about the hood. A hood black man, some of the most stubborn human beings you'll ever find anywhere. So you try to tell them that you wrong and they can't find a counterattack, they just gonna beat your ass if they could. And we just gonna fight or scream. One of the two. But when it comes to like that, like just the unfortunately segregated experience that black people have been through, black women were right there with us when we was all suffering what we was suffering. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to, you know, black men pushing to break down the first walls of inequality, black women were the ones there supporting. They was in those barbershop meetings. You know what I'm saying? They was there setting up the meals when you came home from some of these protests, I'm sure. I wasn't there. Boy, I wasn't even the thought in anybody's head back then, but if I know customs like I know customs, I don't doubt that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? They was there taking care of the children. And when the children went through some like inequality, I promise you, it was the mamas that was the ones throwing the first fist. Promise you, black women don't play about their babies. If I don't care what nobody say, the best kind of mom you can have is a black mom. Period. Ain't nobody stronger on this planet than a black mother. Shit. But black women were there, bro. They were there. So when it come down to it, if there's any kind of lady on this planet that deserves the respect and the protection from black men, it should be black women. Because in the sense, black women go through exactly what black men go through. We withstand all of this pain, all of this fighting, all this back and forth, all of this stress, and they internalize it just like we do. Because at the end of the day, as much as black men go through everything that we go through and we internalize it and we don't show it, but when we get home, that's where we're vulnerable. That's where you open to your lady. And what does your lady get? If we're talking about a classical environment for like a classic black couple, she internalizes that hurt that you are dishing. But because you may not necessarily have that emotional knowledge, that emotional openness, that emotional awareness, you're not there to help relieve her of some of that weight. But she understands what needs to be done in this household, so she don't complain about it. She internalizes not only her stress, but your stress also. That is a big thing. And I think a lot of people need to put more of a spotlight on that and show black women the respect that they deserve because of that and many other things, bro. Shout out to my black women out there.
Back. Love a black
woman.
To infinity.
Protect black women, bro. But yeah, y'all. What you got coming up, twin?
It's Valentine's season, y'all.
Aw, snap.
You know what that means. If you missed our date last week, I'm not gonna hold that against you. You feel me? You flaked on me, but that's cool. Because I'm showing your house again this week to do it again. So next week we're doing part 2 of the date night series for the month. I'm not telling y'all what we making. Just know we're gonna be making something good. We're making something sweet, and I'm also making you something to eat. Okay? As well as next week is Valentine's. On Valentine's Day. We streaming on Monday. But I'm still giving y'all a Valentine's Day straight. It's just on Monday, so y'all get ready for that. Other than that, we're loading up for the rest of this month, next month. Even though, you know, we're going to be out of town for a little bit, we got a special surprise coming for the birthday stream.
Snap.
So y'all get ready for that. And some other things coming on the way that I can't quite talk about yet, but just know they'll be fun.
Ooh.
Not on the purple app.
Ha!
Ultra Scorpion Flake. Yes, Ultra Flake.
Oh, dead.
You about yada mean, you know, certain time, and you said okay, and then you didn't come. What do you call that? I had to take everybody but you from the chat on a date, and we had braided salmon, which the VOD is still up if y'all want to go watch that.
Thanks. Off of that, as far as I'm concerned, we got Like a Dragon Ishin dropping soon, so the Yakuza series playthrough is going to be starting real soon. I just have the worst string of bad luck for not being able to record yet, but I'm definitely going to try before Like a Dragon Ishin drops, which if I remember correctly, I think that it drops on the 21st. Way before that, we're going to at least start the Yakuza series. If you don't know what I mean by series, I'm going to be playing every single Yakuza game back to back on the channel. Cedric the Gamer. If you're not subbed already, I'd sub now so you get ready for this avalanche. Because the way that I'm planning on recording, when I start serving, y'all gonna be eating when it comes to the channel. You understand me? When it comes to the channel, the moment the first dish is out the door, this buffet gonna be filled to the brim.
And boy, I'm bringing to-go plates, boy.
From there on out. And of course, on top of that, we're going to be continuing Saints Row as well as some other games that I have planned to be coming out after that. So, like I said, the moment I get the chance to record and edit, the content that's coming your way is just going to be nonstop. Once I'm able to open the floodgates, that flood ain't stopping no time soon. So definitely get prepared for that. I'm about to just block off some time in the next 2-3 days to just sit down and just have a recording session, because unfortunately some got in my way yesterday, because yesterday was supposed to be that day, but something else popped up, like the world trying to stop this heat from dropping, because I know they feel like the moment this volcano erupt, boy, the lava ain't gonna stop flooding, you feel me? So I'm pushing the world aside in the next couple days. We'll get that recording off.
Got the bars today, bro. Like, ooh.
Yeah, off the top, bro. It's off the top.
Damn.
We just gonna push this time aside. We'll get that recording done for y'all. Then hopefully sometime right after Valentine's Day, y'all can start hitting with that banger. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm not lying to y'all. Bangers, plural. So I appreciate y'all patience. Just stick beside me. And you'll be rewarded greatly. I got plans for the channel. I'm excited. I just got to get that one foot out the door. Then it's off to the races. And so tonight, for folks who do not know, over in the Fridge Discord, right after this, we have a double feature for our Last of Us watch party. We missed last week's episode, so we're watching last week's episode and this week's episode that drops at 9 p.m. tonight. So
indeed, y'all got by 30 minutes.
So come join us in the Discord VC. Check the link tree down below. Check Juice's link tree down below to get the invite to her Discord. Check my link tree down below, so you get the links to all my stuff. Feel free to join us. Come have fun. We'll be in there wilding, watching stuff, playing stuff beforehand, and just enjoying them episodes while we watch it together and wild out a little bit afterward. It's a vibe. It's a vibe every Sunday. So definitely come join us. Be part of the family. Even if you're new, we welcome new people with open arms, and we'd be grateful to get to know you more. So come join the community. Feel free. Literally, the moment you see this ending screen pop up, we in the Discord. So if I was you, start preparing, because if you ain't pick up yet, this the outro. So so right after we done here, we in there. So come join us. Come have fun. Episode 43 of the Braincast. Smart asses with smart mouths. We will see y'all next week. And we out. Y'all be good.
Peace. Remember to stick beside him, y'all. Remember that.
Stick beside me.